Hey Rebel Rouser, I'm Alan Voivod, and this is Star Wars 7 by 7. So, in honor of Star Wars Day, I had the pleasure of going on national TV in Canada via the magic of FaceTime on my iPhone, and got to talk about Star Wars Day along with Rianne Hardin, who runs the Star Wars apparel site Scavenger's Outpost. She and I were on a panel talking about Star Wars Day and all the good fun that can be had, and I'm going to share that interview with you right here.
Many years ago, in a galaxy very close to our own, a beloved national day was born. Today is May the 4th, known as Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you, as they say, a play on May the Force be with you. It's a day for fans of Star Wars to dress up and watch the films and celebrate anything and everything that is Star Wars. And it's a great time to be a fan. There are new movies, including a new one later this month, new video games, new theme parks, new TV shows that are also coming as well. Let's bring in two of the biggest Star Wars fans we could find. Alan Voivod is standing by, the host of Star Wars 7 by 7, the only daily Star Wars internet podcast. He's in New Hampshire. We also have Rianne Hardin joining us, co-founder of the Star Wars and Disney clothing company, Scavenger's Outpost. And good to have both of you on. Alan, you are a huge fan here, and every day is a celebration for you. What makes May the 4th different?
Well, it's a day where we essentially declare that we have the right to be all about Star Wars unapologetically. I mean, sometimes we just take our little doses here and there and we weave it into the normal fabric of our lives, but this is a day where we can say, nope, stop the world. It's all about Star Wars today, and we can enjoy the heck out of ourselves and loudly and proudly proclaim our celebration, our joy, our deep feelings for this franchise.
And what about you, Rianne? This has got to be a big day for you as well.
I would completely agree. Being especially a fangirl, I think we're looked at a little bit differently, just because it's, there's still that stigma of Star Wars is only for boys. So to be able to have a day where you can just kind of be whatever you want, do whatever you want, and express your excitement over the fandom is just really, really cool. So, and to have an entire day dedicated to something you love so much, it's really special. So.
As the three of us are talking, we're going to show some of the photos that we found on Instagram, because people really get into this on May the 4th, and they come up with some really cool different logos, and they come up with their own little versions, all to sort of say, May the 4th be with you, of course, with Vader, and on it goes. Alan, there is a big movie coming up at the end of the month, Solo, a Star Wars story, which is another fan. And, oh, look, he's got his T-shirt on as well. And so this is really exciting because, one of the big things for fans is you guys want more content. You want more stuff to sort of be part of the whole universe. And there's this big movie coming all about Han Solo, his early years.
Exactly. It's incredibly exciting. I mean, when you think about how it used to be, we would get 3 movies in the space of 7 years, and then things would go dark for about a decade, and then we'd suddenly get 3 more movies, and then it would go dark for a decade. The last time we had one in the prequels was 2005, and then suddenly 2015 we get The Force Awakens, 2016 we get Rogue One, 2017 The Last Jedi, 2018 the Solo movie, and it's going to be every single year. It's an absolute bounty of movies. We're in a golden age of Star Wars right now, and it's really exciting to be a part of it.
Yeah, Rianne, I'm also curious about the role that women have played. You mentioned you were a fangirl. You think about Rogue One, you think about the new trilogy as well, with these characters, Rey, a very, very strong female role as well. What's your take on that?
I think it's awesome. I grew up on these movies. I've always been a fan, so having Princess Leia was just incredible. Having someone, she was, 19 in the first movies, maybe even younger, someone that was a senator and this strong rebellion leader. And then for them to come out and now, the main heroine in this new trilogy is a woman, obviously. And then we've got Jin, who is also a woman. And it's just, that's incredible. And it's so cool because when I was little, we just had Princess Leia, and she was enough. But now we've just got so many of these awesome women that are coming in, and I'm so excited to see Emilia Clarke in Solo. So I think it's awesome.
There's something else really fun that we found as well. Heathrow, one of the busiest airports in the world, got into it as well. And we're going to show our viewers a photo of one of their boards inside of the airport, which is kind of reimagined as May the 4th. And they've got the board up where it actually shows all the different destinations, and they've kind of been reimagined with, the planet Hoth and Tatooine and Jakku, and on it goes, Alderaan, Endor, Kessel, where these different flights are going. And they're having a little bit of fun here because, of course, we don't fly to those planets. Some of them no longer exist, as the two of you are well aware of. But I want to ask you, Alan, as well, if I can. Do you ever worry about oversaturation? Because we talked about the movies. There are video games, comic books, books as well, the fan conventions, even a television show or two that might be coming down the pipe, that it might be too much? Or are you just kind of like breathing it all in, like more, more, more?
Well, the wonderful thing about being a Star Wars fan is that you can really pick and choose what you want to take in. There are a lot of people who don't read the comics, who don't read the books, who ignore the TV series and just say, all I care about is the movies, and that's it. And that's perfectly fine. So those folks are going to get a movie a year at this rate, and that's still a wonderful thing. For the rest of us who want to drink in as much as possible, turn on the fire hose as long as the content is still solid, as long as they are not overextending their own selves in the amount of content that they can produce. If they can keep the quality up, then they can put out as much as they want, as far as I'm concerned, because we all get to decide what we want to take or not take as part of our own particular journey of fandom. Yeah, last word goes to you, Rianne. Do you agree?
I completely agree. I've, over the course of, I think since Force Awakens came out, my sister and I were both huge fans. We've converted so many of our friends into Star Wars fans, and some of them, they'll just watch the new trilogy. Some of them will go back and they're like, all right, tell me how to watch all these movies. We've got a friend right now that's going through the Clone Wars series. So it's exciting to see, and it's fun that I've got so many different friends that kind of have their hands in different areas, and watching people fall in love with the series that I've loved my entire life. It's really cool. So I have no problem with them coming out with a movie every single year for the rest of my life. That's cool. So
Rianne Hardin joining us from Wisconsin, and Alan Voivod joining us from New Hampshire. Great to have the two of you on today with us in Canada. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Thank you. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with both of you as well.
And that is going to do it for the video version of the podcast. Over in the audio version, I'm doing more Star Wars Day trivia. So check that out at sw7x7.com/iTunes or wherever you like to listen to podcasts. But in the meantime, it just remains for me to say thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you wherever in the world you may be.